Welcome to the Weightlifting Comeback Project. This is my return to training. This is the longest period of time that I have not been to a gym or done much for exercise. I took an entire year off, so I'm just here documenting the process, not kind of promising outcomes, although I have some goals that I want to accomplish through this series, and share my reflections along the way. So, to start, who I am, long history of lifting, been lifting weights for over a decade. I have a diploma in personal training and a degree in health and phys ed, so I've been around this industry for a fairly long time, but don't really want to work in it, but it's something that I really enjoy and it's really personal to me. I played varsity college basketball for a couple years and then competed in Olympic weightlifting for 4 years and did fairly well at the provincial level. So not fantastic, but good enough, and I was happy with how I competed. I struggled pretty much my whole life with mobility. It was always really poor, always really bad posture. Somehow managed to push through it through all of my athletic career. Training has taken many forms over the years, mostly trying to improve mobility lately, and nothing has worked super well. I've slowly gotten better. And so for me, this is a new phase and kind of just not starting from scratch necessarily, but resetting and really trying to continue to build on what I've done. So why I stepped away from training, priorities shifted, life gets away, I got married, things happen, working lots of jobs, working a tough job that didn't sit well with my health. I broke a rib playing basketball a year ago and just kind of needed rest and then never went back or in the last year. So this health and enjoyment and other things kind of mattered a little bit more. So that stepping away was very intentional, not a failure. I used it as a regroup, and I felt my body needed that rest to re-get my health again and just refocus and come back with better intentions. So yeah, I ended up quitting that job and prioritized my health a bit more, and now I feel really good. And I'm going to talk about that in a different series in the Conscious Eating Project, if I haven't seen that yet. So why I'm coming back now is I have a desire to rebuild this base. I'm not chasing numbers yet, but with taking Cerule, I feel like my posture and my mobility has drastically improved, that I feel like I am capable of coming back and building a fantastic base so I can be stronger and actually accomplish the goals that I had kind of given up on. Honestly, with my mobility the way that it was, I thought that I was probably going to be in a wheelchair or I was going to have mobility issues as I became an older adult. But now I don't think that's going to be an issue, so I want to chase these dreams, chase these goals a little bit more, because I'm not that old yet. I'm 32, so I just passed my prime, but I still feel like I have some athletic abilities that I can put out into the world and accomplish. So thanks to Cerule, I'm no longer giving that up, and I'm ready to come back and do this now, and my health, digestion is in a place where I feel like I can do that. So what these goals are, the biggest goal, hopefully it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not upset, but I want to compete at the Masters Games in weightlifting. So competed for 4 years, wearing my hook grip sweater today. I would love to be able to come back and do that, and without having the mobility restrictions that I had previously. I'll attach a couple videos just quickly here, or you can go back in my channel and see them, but mobility was absolutely an issue, and if that's not an issue anymore, I feel like I can compete better. And in order to make Masters Worlds, I wouldn't need much higher a total than I did when I was in my mid-20s. So I think it's possible, but we'll see how things go. Two other goals I have is to squat 400 pounds and to deadlift 500. I've squatted 180 kilos, which is just under 396. At that time, I definitely probably could have, but I was going for a double and missed the second one. So I know the capacity's there, but I don't have that milestone, so I can't feel like I did it. And a 500-pound deadlift, I've done 220 kilos, which is 485, so 15 pounds short. I think that I can, with better positions and a tighter, stronger back, better hips that function, I think I can get that as well. There may be some other random milestones along the way. I have a really good overhead press. I might try to push that as much as I can. Maybe there's going to be a powerlifting meet in there somewhere. I think my total was, at the time when I was doing this, 400 pounds, 500 pounds was Westerns qualifying. So maybe that'll happen. Who knows? I don't know what order this is going to happen in. I don't know what the outcomes are going to be. I just want to share the experience because I think it's cool, and I like having that training journal to be able to go back on and be like, hey, these are my best lifts. I think those are always fun to look back on. So right now, because I am recovering from horrible posture for 32 years, I am building stability first. So this slow, boring work I'm doing right now is going to set me up so I can accomplish those higher intensity goals. So right now, everything is very slow, 5 count eccentrics, and really building fantastic motor patterns and muscle recruitment in those movements. So it's really about tossing my ego aside and just doing lightweight, really slow. My philosophy is to do the least effective dose. So there was a time where I was doing 6 sessions a week, 3 hours a day. It's like 20 hours a week in the gym training. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I can't do that. So I think that I need to prioritize that recovery and make sure I get enough rest. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's really exciting. I'm happy I've improved my health to a point where I feel like I can do this again. Disclaimer, my goals may change. I'm not going to say this is the road to Masters Worlds. I'm hoping that happens, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. If I all of a sudden don't like weightlifting, like Olympic weightlifting again, I don't like training, I'm just going to stop. And I know that that's okay. I really hope I like training. I loved doing it when I was younger. I hope that stays the same, but things might change. I want this to be my training journal and hopefully my insights as a personal trainer and coaching weightlifting and being a weightlifter and doing it, coming back with this very movement, intentional posture, mobility focus will be of interest to some people. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going. I'm going to do this whether I film it or not, and I enjoy making videos, so hopefully you are able to come along for the ride. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for the first training updates, and obviously I've been putting a couple videos of what training looks like right now, but very slow, but I promise it'll get more exciting, but hopefully I have some insights that will be of benefit to some people. So stay tuned, protect your peace, see you in the next one.